If you watch the sunrise in ancient Greece, imagine waking before dawn, when the world is still quiet, and the Aegean Sea holds the last traces of night. The sky above the ancient Greek islands is dark blue, slowly fading into pale gold. The air is cool, filled with the scent of salt and distant pine. As you step outside, the only sound you hear is the gentle rhythm of waves touching the rocky shore. In this moment, before the sun rises, the ancient world feels closer than ever. People in ancient Greece believed that dawn itself was a goddess Aegean, the bringer of light. They imagined her rising each morning from the edge of the world, lifting her rosy fingers toward the sky. And as you watch the horizon brighten, you can almost understand why they saw divinity in this simple daily miracle. The sea glows faintly, as if touched by her hand, and the sky slowly awakens with color. You walk along a narrow stone path, worn smooth by centuries of footsteps. To your left, olive trees sway gently in the breeze, their silver leaves catching the first glimmers of light. To your right, the Aegean stretches endlessly, calm and soft. Small fishing boats drift near the shore, their silhouettes quiet against the dim horizon. The people who once lived here, farmers, sailors, philosophers, storytellers, would have seen the same sunrise, stood in the same quiet, and felt the same breath of morning God as the sky becomes lighter. The outlines of ancient buildings come into view. On the hill above the water stands a small temple, simple columns rising toward the sky. Its marble surface absorbs the color of dawn, turning soft pink, then gold. Temples like this weren't just places of worship. They were symbols of harmony, balance, and the search for truth. In the early morning, they seem almost alive, glowing with warmth as the sun approaches the horizon. You pause to listen. Far away, you hear the distant call of seabirds waking for the day. The wind carries the scent of wild herbs, thyme, sage, and oregano growing along the stony cliffs. In ancient Greece, people believed these plants had protective powers, bringing clarity and calm. As you breathe in, you feel the same stillness that might have filled the minds of early philosophers, preparing for a new day. The first edge of the sun appears, rising slowly from behind the distant mountains. Its light spreads across the water, creating a golden path that seems to lead straight to you. This is the moment the Greeks called the return of Helios, the sun's daily journey beginning once more. The sea brightens, the sky blooms with color, and the shapes of the islands become sharp and clear dot as you continue walking. The village below you begins to stir. Windows light up one by one. A fisherman adjusts his nets. A woman sweeps the doorway of her home, preparing bread for the morning meal. Even in ancient times, mornings were simple: a cup of wine mixed with water, bread, olives, fresh figs. Life moved slowly, in rhythm with the sea and the sun. You reach a small overlook on the cliff. From here, you can see everything: the calm water, the temple, the distant islands floating like shadows in the glowing sea. You sit for a moment, feeling the warmth of the rising sun touch your face. The breeze becomes softer, carrying with it the promise of a new day. In ancient Greece, this moment was sacred, the crossing from darkness to light, from rest to action, from silence to life. As the sun rises higher, the world becomes clearer. You see details you couldn't before: the texture of whitewashed houses, the sharp lines of terracotta roofs, the faint movement of sails in the harbor. A shepherd leads his goats along the hillside, their bells ringing gently in the morning air. All of it feels timeless, as if the centuries have not erased the essence of this place. You walk again, slowly, letting the calm of the morning settle into your breath. This island, like many in ancient Greece, was a world shaped by myth and meaning. Every stone, every path, every shadow held a story. And as the sun continues to rise, these stories come to life around you. The world grows brighter, but the peace of dawn stays within you. Steady and gentle. The sea sparkles now, alive with movement. The breeze carries a golden warmth. The sky has turned from pale rose to soft blue. The day has begun, and yet the quiet of dawn lingers, reminding you that even in a world full of motion, there is always a place, a moment, where everything slows. Everything breathes. Everything rests. This is the gift of sunrise over the ancient Greek islands. A reminder that beauty exists in simplicity. A reminder that the world wakes slowly. A reminder that peace can be found in the quiet between night and day. And as the sun rises fully, you realize that what you've just seen is more than light. It is the heartbeat of a land shaped by gods, legends, and time. You stand, take a final breath of the Aegean air, and walk forward into the golden morning.